quick poll. Take a moment and think to yourself, could you right now, today, close your computer, turn off Slack, not check any notifications on your phone for a full day, and everything would be fine in your business? Could you right now do that? Okay. Could you shut down your computer, turn off notifications on your phone, not check anything for a full week, and everything would be fine in your business? Can you say that? All right. Now, what about for a full month? Would you right now be able to take a full month vacation test and everything in your business run fine? Yes or no? Guys, last year, I took a full month to raft the Grand Canyon. That was for a full month. I was in the Grand Canyon. You could not get in touch with me. My team, if they had needed me, would have had to use a literal smoke signal. And what happened? It was fine. Everything was fine. It was better than fine. My team built and launched an entire sales process while I was out. How? How did I make that happen? Guys, this is the secret of operations. It's not just there for growth and scale. It is the secret unlock to true freedom within your business. Not because you don't want to work hard, not because you aren't committed to your business, but because you want to both love and show up and work hard for your business while also having choice and freedom and the ability to step away when you want to, for how long you want to. So in this video, I want to share with you my tips and tricks to creating a genuine lifestyle within and around my business, not sacrificing growth, but having freedom alongside my growth and making sure that my company will continue to grow with or without me present, moving everything forward every single day. So there's a couple of best practices that we need to keep in mind when it comes to building. If this to you sounds like your ideal version of your business, then there's a couple of rules and best practices to keep in mind, which is number one, if freedom is a priority, make it a priority. What do I mean by that? I mean, I talk to entrepreneurs all day, every day, and pretty much all of them say, hey, Jonna, I want freedom. And I say, fantastic. What are you doing about it? And they're like, I am working really hard. And then I ask, what the hell does that have to do with freedom? That's the opposite of freedom. You're telling me that you want freedom and you're burying yourself in 80 hours of work a week to achieve freedom? That doesn't make any sense. How are you prioritizing freedom? Guys, if you want freedom, if freedom is really the game that you are playing, then it requires a different set of skills. You cannot outwork your way to freedom. You cannot hustle and grind your way to freedom. Those are the opposite of freedom. And so if you want to achieve freedom, it requires a different set of skills. Skills like leadership and delegation. I was able to step away from my business for a full month because my team was running shit. They were handling everything. I wasn't needed to move the business forward because my team could take the ball and run with it. That didn't happen by accident. I learned how to create that through my leadership and delegation skills. And I prioritized learning those skills early, learning those skills faster and better, because I knew that my team would be a pathway to my freedom. So if you want freedom, make it the priority. And learn the set of skills that it will require in order for you to achieve it. Because if you say freedom is my priority, but then you show up and work 80-hour weeks, your actions are not aligned with your goals and you will never get there. And this brings me to best practice number 2, which is offer yourself constraints. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that if you set a rule that you will figure out how to grow and scale your business with 80 hours a week. You will give your business 80 hours a week. Guess how long it's going to take for you to grow and scale your business? 80 hours a week. But if you say, I will learn how to grow and scale this business with 40 hours a week, guess how long it will take? 40 hours. Guys, work, I always say, is a gas, not a liquid. Meaning it will expand to fit the size of the container that you give it. You remember 8th grade physics? Gases will expand. They will rise to fit the size of the container that you give it, and work is exactly the same way. If you give it 80 hours, it will take 80 hours. If you give it 40 hours, it will only take 40 hours. And you might be asking me, Jonna, how is that possible? The answer is that when you only give yourself 40 hours, what you're doing is putting a constraint, you're putting a forcing agent on yourself that says, all right, how do I do it in 40? And you unlock the creative problem solving brain, which is the entrepreneur brain. This is what you do better than anything else, is devise creative solutions to problems. And when you say the problem to solve is how do I achieve my goals with 40 hours of my time, you will solve it. You will learn new skills. You will come up with creative solutions. You will figure out how to delegate. You will figure out how to get things off of your plate, because that is what you do best. You solve problems. And so if the problem that you are solving is how do I scale with 80 hours, then what you're giving yourself is 80 hours of sloppiness, 80 hours of unproductivity and inefficiency. What you're giving yourself is a pass on learning these other systems and tools because you don't have to. You're not forcing yourself to. Versus when you put that constraint on yourself, all of a sudden the forcing agent is there, and you will create and figure out a way to solve that problem. You will learn the things you need to learn. You will implement the things you need to implement in order to achieve both growth and freedom. I promise you, it is both that hard and that simple. Your business will take as many hours as you give it. And so the number one best practice that I can offer you when it comes to creating freedom is, number one, make it a priority. Treat it as a priority. Learn the skills and tools that you will need to learn in order to honor that priority. And then support yourself in achieving that priority by, number two, putting constraints on yourself, on your time, making yourself unavailable, forcing yourself to figure out creative solutions to get more work done with less time. And magically, I promise you, all of a sudden your business will start to take less time. All of a sudden you will get the same amount of work done in half the amount of hours. It is the most magical, craziest thing in the whole world, but it starts with you. And once you are really clear that this is my priority and these are the constraints that I'm going to work within, all of a sudden it opens up all of these creative solutions to different systems, different tools, different people, a team you can build, all of these ways that you can get things off of your plate. And that's where we step in. We step in with all of those tools and all of those systems and all of those solutions to help you get there faster, because putting the constraint on yourself is one thing, but then figuring out how to solve that problem, well, that can take you 1 year, 2 years, or it could take you like 2 weeks when we come in and do our thing and support you in that process. So you get to decide how long and how hard you want to work figuring out your own way to solve that problem, and how much you want to plug in the batteries included solutions that we have already figured out for you. So if that's interesting to you and you want to speed up the time to freedom, go ahead, reach out to my team. Let's hop on a call. Let's share with you how it is we could help you do that, because this, guys, is what I love to do more than anything else, is help you achieve not just financial growth, but help you do it in less time than you could have ever imagined and accomplish that freedom faster than you ever thought was possible. Would love to help you with it. Book a call with our team and we'll chat more. Best of luck with this.